Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Vital Update. We have a treat for you today because we are actually changing up our format when we do these live updates. And Paul, we're bringing in something very special, brand new to this platform that I am very excited about. I think that the viewers are going to really enjoy.
Yeah, we're going to be interviewing other business owners in the area, just talking to them about their business, how technology has impacted them, how they've been affected by some of the recent, COVID and work from home strategies, and just different things of how they're actually utilizing things in their area of business and expertise, and just kind of showcasing just friends of ours that we've either done work with or that we've known that have stepped out and opened some businesses.
Well, there's so many wonderful businesses around Acadiana, and we wanted to, as Paul said, highlight them, not only business owners, but business leaders that are making an impact right here in our community. And also how, like you said, technology, but really a vast number of subjects we'll cover from time to time. But we definitely want people to be able to know who the folks are in town that we're connected to and what they're doing for our community, and also how, in IT and cybersecurity and technology is advancing their business, and how there may be solutions for you that are watching from a very real, practical standpoint. And so today, we're actually going to be discussing and having a conversation with somebody you've been knowing for over 10 years. And it's amazing. You've known him for 10 years, and he still wants to come on this with you.
That in and of itself is pretty surprising.
So is Donnie Ardoin with PostNet is joining us right now. Donnie, welcome to the Vital Live Update, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So am I the first?
You're the very first one. So we're
wow.
bigger today.
I appreciate it, man.
Well, we wanted to start it off strong, man. And you just recently opened a brand new business. And man, we're so proud of you for taking that step. In fact, I was at your open house. Paul and I were able to join the ribbon cutting the other day. What a wonderful time together.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was nice, and I appreciate y'all coming out. And it's been a little slow to start, but we're picking up. And heck, I was tied up until we came on here, so it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, well, Paul has spoken so highly of you, and we've been looking forward to this time. And I got to meet you really for the first time the other day, but he had been bragging on you for a while, and he was so excited about you starting this business. Paul, it's got to be cool to watch your friends like this take these kind of steps and launch something brand new in Acadiana.
Hey, as small businesses, it's always fun to have somebody else join those ranks with you, right? It brings its own set of personal problems and challenges and things that you have to kind of work through. And Donnie actually, obviously want to let you talk a little bit about what you guys do, but just having that connection and being able to support him and his business. And I think we were, if not the first, we were one of the first customers you guys had.
Y'all called before I even opened.
So, no, and that was great and fantastic work, Donnie.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
Right here, printed right there in your office. One of the very first ones, man. And just fantastic.
Yeah, I remember that day, man. It was probably about 8:45 in the morning. We opened at 9 o'clock, and I got a call from Sarah wanting those printed, and I was like, man, I'm not even open yet.
Got it done, man. Got it done.
Heck yeah, for sure.
Well, Donnie, why don't you just kind of give us an overview? I know PostNet is a franchise, right? But it's still locally owned, so it's a local business owned by you and your wife, right?
Yes, sir. So PostNet is a franchise, and to give a little bit of background on it, PostNet is actually currently owned by MBE Worldwide. MBE is mailboxes, etc. Everybody is kind of familiar with mailboxes, etc. Years ago, they sold out to UPS. UPS turned all of those mailboxes, etc. into UPS stores. They had a non-compete, and they could not do business in the U.S. under mailboxes, etc. anymore. So when they came back into the U.S., they acquired PostNet. It was kind of just a little smaller company, and basically now they own PostNet. They went out and acquired Alpha Graphics as well, which was a franchise that focused mainly on print. And they kind of merged those two into what we know now. And there's probably, and I'm probably wrong on this number, but there's several hundred PostNets around the world, along with MBEs. So while PostNet is new to Lafayette, there are all over the world. So it's a very large corporation. It's headquartered out of Italy.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, hey, one of the things, I guess, first off, where are y'all located?
We are in Centerpiece Shopping Center. Everybody kind of knows where Bailey's is. It's been there for years. Where Michael's used to be. Not that Michael's, the Michael's the home store. Yeah, well, Michael's used to be. Now we have the escape room next door. Louisiana Lotteries in our shopping center. Also Clayfish Bisque. A lot of people are very familiar with them. We're right there, kind of in the triangle, more or less, of
you're really close to the corner of Ambassador and Johnson Street.
Yeah, and Ridge. So you can get in and out very easily, right turns everywhere. So
that's fantastic. And so, obviously you did some printing stuff for us, but y'all really have a large service offering and scope of what y'all can actually provide for the community. Why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about what you guys do?
Yeah, we've done a lot. It's starting to pick up, and honestly, I kind of thought the print would be the slower part to pick up, but it's been really, really busy as far as the print, far more than the shipping, because we also do shipping, and I can explain that a little bit. But the print side, we print anything from little decals and stickers all the way up to banners. I just did one for our old employer, Paul. I did a 30-foot banner for the fence line for FDF Aaron Crowley.
I assumed that's who it was for. I saw your pictures on Facebook.
That's who it was for. They did a 30-foot mesh banner to put on their fence line. I mean, it was pretty huge, but we can do all the way up to that. I've got quite a few people asking about signs, doing those. I'm doing business cards, just a lot of different things. Anything that can be printed, we can do it.
Awesome.
That's fantastic, Donnie. And I actually was just in your office, in the office the other day. I mailed a package.
I missed you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was smooth, and she was very gracious. So you're a family-owned business. I just think that's wonderful. Small business is the lifeblood of any community. Why being a family-owned business? Why is that important to you? And how do you think that affects service when you guys are serving our community?
Well, yeah. So we have quite a few competitors. We have like FedEx Office, who used to be Kinko's. Office Depot is right across the street as well. Also, we're a good bit of ways from the UPS store. They're also a competitor. They're probably our closest competitor, and I can explain why. When you go and look up Google reviews, you can check out those three places. You will see that the UPS store has great reviews. Office Depot and FedEx store, not so much. And that is because UPS store is a franchise. The owner is very involved in that business. They know their employees. They kind of handpick them. They oversee the day-to-day. Whereas you go to like the Office Depot and you go to FedEx store or FedEx office, those are just basic employees. Some of them just minimum wage employees. They don't have a vested interest in that business. So when you get the owner involved, first of all, it's local. You're supporting local folks. And second, the owner is involved and they have a vested interest in making sure that customers are happy and that business succeeds.
Yeah. And that's so important, right? Whenever your reputation, your name is associated with it, you generally go that extra mile. And I've already experienced that in my little couple of encounters with you. It's been fantastic. I'll highly encourage people to visit you guys and give you a shot. Paul, you guys share probably common objectives when it comes to small business, technology, and things like that to help small business drive activity, especially in this climate where people are, dealing with COVID and other things. You want to talk a little bit about just the important dynamics that maybe Vital can interact with or play a role in?
So one of the things, I think all of 2020, every business kind of had to make some pivotal changes and adjustments. And that's one of the things that we saw. Some of the things that you kind of were used to doing in a certain way kind of had to change. We either work from home or different things that we actually had to pivot and move on. And really one of those things, one of the things we're able to provide for PostNet and for Donnie was a voice over IP phone system that is able. We actually had that set up before you even opened, so you were able to conduct business, get all your numbers and stuff situated, and you're able to actually use your cell phone to be able to administer that and take calls and all that. So you don't have to actually have somebody staffed at the office to be able to have that call and be able to answer that. So just having those moments where you're able to really like work together with each other and figure out what's a good mutual benefit. I mean, like I said, Donnie's been fantastic with us and doing a lot of the printing stuff. And I probably don't give him enough time to, get stuff done. I'm like, oh man, we need this tomorrow, and he'll knock it out.
Donnie, it makes me think about something. That part of, opening a business is all the startup costs, the technology, the infrastructure. I mean, you basically go into a shell and you have to build it out. This is all fresh in your mind and heart and in your experience. If you were encouraging small business owners, people who are thinking about, stepping into that entrepreneurship, maybe launching a business of some type, what are some of the takeaways you learned in this, kind of in these early days of your journey?
Oh man. First and foremost, you've got to either be you, or you got to have somebody who is willing to go out and network and go out and sell. I mean, and it's not necessarily being a pushy salesman. It's more or less just being able to talk about your product, talk about your offering, sell yourself.
Get your name out
there. Right. And honestly, what I've been doing is just in our area, we're in a good part of town and everything, as far as there's a lot of businesses around us. So whenever I get a free minute, I'll go out and I'll just go visit the businesses, drop off a card and say, hey, just wanted to let you know we're new in the neighborhood. We do printing and shipping. If there's anything we can help you with, let us know. And just about every time I do that, I come back with work. In fact, before I came on here, I had a customer lady, and I can give her a plug. She's with Clips and Cuts right there on the side of Walmart, which is not far from us. She just opened last October. She wanted some mesh window clings for her business, for her little salon there. She came in and I showed her my little design I made for her, and ordered her a window cling. Also got her some little signs to put at the road, some little coroplast signs. So it's just having somebody that's willing to go out and sell. I mean, it's really not being pushy. It's just telling people what you do.
Donnie, you made a very good statement right there. A very good point, actually, in that probably was unintentional, but it's one of the.
It always is unintentional.
It's one of the few things about small business, and one of the most effective things that we've seen personally and other business owners that I know is word of mouth. Right? I mean, you were just able to plug somebody, and that's really kind of what we wanted to do with this on the Vital Update, is just put people out there that we trust with our own business, that we know personally, that we know you're gonna treat our customers right, and that's really important, and like I know we've talked about this with even Google reviews and stuff like that, just making sure all that stuff is that's the best thing you can do, is leave a review for somebody and just kind of help with some of that stuff.
Google reviews are huge.
Yeah,
Google reviews are huge.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you all so much. We know that we all have to get back to work. We just want to make sure that everybody out there knows we're not sponsored by PostNet. We're doing this just out of a sense of community and a desire to network with great business owners and business leaders in the area. If you're interested in maybe joining us on one of our upcoming live updates, we'd love for you to talk to us. Just simply reach out. Paul, if you want to send that little banner across the bottom so people know.
Actually, Sean, if they want to just comment on this video, put in the name of the company, you can tag your company. We'll talk to you there. If we're going to make sure we put Donnie's information for their business on this video as well. So if they need any of those services, they can contact him directly. Fantastic, Donnie. I'm very proud of you. Great to have you as somebody that we can utilize and use to in our company. And really, that to me is the biggest thing, is just to be able to support our people that have supported us, and it's been great to see that. I do have one more question before we go, though. How did you pull off some of the people that you had at your grand opening?
You know what? It's as simple as an email.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
no,
great.
and it all goes back to being when you ask what it takes to start a business, you've got to be brave enough to go out there and say, well, I'm going to give it a shot. I may not get it, but I'm going to give it a shot. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys having me on. And look, if y'all ever have anybody that's looking at a franchise or anything, I've been through the experience now. So
That's good. That's good.
Plenty of good information. And franchise is a great way to go. You got the structure and everything already set up for you. You just kind of plug in, your strengths and where they're going to benefit you the most.
Great advice, great wisdom today from Donnie Ardoin at PostNet. Thank you guys all for joining us today. We look forward to bringing other business owners and leaders from across Acadiana to the live Vital Update. Donnie, thank you again so much. We appreciate you, man.
Oh, man. Pleasure's all mine. I appreciate it.
Thank
All
you.
right, we'll see you guys soon.
All right, guys.